Scissors Superdome. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And here we go from New Orleans. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to the air here. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for Raiders first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action on 1st down. He's trying to push the field. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the red zone now. Has it in close. Touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They go play action on 1st. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. How about 29 yards on first down. And a fresh set of downs on its way.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. That one is swatted away, incomplete, but there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. With 3rd and 10 coming up, they felt comfortable going ahead and declining that penalty. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. That's Hill working the sideline, complete. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Running for it, Kamara. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Now they'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and long for him here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. So the Saints send out Blake Grupe for the try. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Third and 4 coming up now. Pass play coming here. Cut down the left side by his running back. Oh, baby. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders get 6 more on their early advantage. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines, because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker, because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They kick the running back in motion. Still has room inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Mostert on the return. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return.
Awareness, awareness, awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing a lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
Airing it out to start this drive. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
To go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. He's on the move. Hits his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He'll throw it. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Escapes the pocket. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Now the Raiders readying for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Kamara's got it. This gets out past the 20. Ripping off yards past the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 37 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First and 10, looking to throw. Getting out to his left. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They go play action here. Rolling left, buying some time. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Offense set for a first and 10. Throwing it again here. Olave with the catch. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 3 now. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's third and 3.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll try and throw it here. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board.
He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Right up the gut. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders grow their lead just before halftime. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a one-score game before halftime. Rookie's extra point is good. And the Saints cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Mostert on the return. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Delonte Taylor has it. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done. You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Kamara. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Flush down now to his left. That one's cut along the left sideline. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
From the red zone now. Forced out to his right.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They send Cooks left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's a throw. Chased out to his right. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. That one on the offense, but declined, so we will indeed head to halftime. And on to Orlando for our halftime report from Jonathan Coachman. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running left, this is Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They send a man in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He puts everything behind this one. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. So that brings up 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Raider football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Saints will get set to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They run it from the gun with Kamara. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Slot receiver headed left. They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Into the hands of Olave. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Strong running inside the 30. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
first down from the red zone. He's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. They give to Kamara, left side. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Trying the right side with Miller. Is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 3rd quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Reed now to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. And it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Here's a give inside to Kamara. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing now off play action. Escapes his grasp. It's caught right side by Johnson. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through.
21.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Mostert on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Buys time. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're still facing 4th down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky line, without that ball being tipped, we were looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense, and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, brother, it's another interception. The rookie from Oklahoma has it. And the Saints get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. In motion, right is Cooks. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
The Raiders go a nickel on this third down. Running behind center with Kamara. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Another shot for Kamara. And he stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. 5 yards on the play, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They'll try with Kamara. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. They connect on the deep shot. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 10. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. Oh, did the Raiders get to that one? They're saying yes, and the officials agree. Raider football. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown! The Raiders make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Coming left is Miller. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Stays in the... They did it! He made the interception! And the Raiders have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to push forward to the 25. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. Escapes out to the left. He's going to keep it this time. And this one doesn't go far. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Raiders trail by a field goal. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Olave with the catch. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Setting up to pass. Throwing the out route complete. And he moves the chains, but just as importantly stops that clock. 27 seconds remaining. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Back to throw. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
He'll look to throw it. Completes this one to Hill. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Back to throw now. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. And the whistles go off, so we've got a timeout. 9 seconds left in the game. First and 10 now from the 30. They're throwing it. This one's taken in by Hill.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. One final shot here. And this will not be caught. So their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say so long from New Orleans.
Showtime.